What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and I'm here with Learn to Play Goku Black, the ultimate guide for playing a Goku Black in Fusion World. Super in-depth. After watching this video you'll know everything that you need to know about this deck. But before we begin this video, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this crazy content grinding machine going. And guys, thanks a lot for your support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to our Patreon is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown. So I'm gonna give you an in-depth archetype breakdown. I'll show you some lines of play, interactions, I'll show you my deck list. We'll go over the first 3 turns with this deck, and then we'll just wrap it up with a summary. Let's go! On the front side, our leader is Goku Black, and he's kinda really bad. So, 15k, critical, permanent. Your turn, he gets plus 5k. So during your turn, he's 20k. He's really kinda bad, guys. Critical leaders are bad. Yeah, they're not good because we don't draw at all, which is just awful. Instead, we're 20k crit on our front side. But this really isn't a good trade-off. In card games, you want to see as many cards as possible. You don't want to go low on hand size. You want to dig through your deck, and this leader doesn't do that. So, yeah. Let's check out the Awakened side. The Awakened side is an improvement. 20k Goku Black. When attacking, draw a card. Yes, we draw. We finally get to draw. And here's the main gimmick. Activate main once per turn. Place one Zamasu from your battle area at the bottom of your deck. During this turn, the next time you use and play Goku Black from your hand, reduce its cost by 2. It's basically a discount for our Goku Black cards. But is it really a discount? To properly evaluate this discount, we need to really analyze it. So, first off, 3 factors. We need our leaders activate main, and it discounts for 2 energy. By 2 energy. Then we have our Zamasus, all of them cost 1, and our Goku Black cards cost between 3 and 6. There are issues with this discountability. It sounds huge when you look at like, reduce the cost by 2, just 2 turns ahead, this is good. But in reality it's not, like it's really bad, it's actually quite small. The first issue is that we need to bottom deck Zamasu cards, right? But they're so small and so easy to remove that we need to play them on the same turn that we want to bottom deck them. Here's an example. All colors have at least 1 card that can remove them. At least 1, and some of these cards are bad. So yeah, all colors have a way of dealing with these things. And we can't expect them to survive. We can't play them expecting that they will survive an entire turn cycle. So we need to bottom deck them on the same turn that we play them to get the discount. The second problem is that Goku Black cards, other than the SR, the 6 cost, really don't do anything worthy of a discount. They don't. You see, by using the discount, we get them out 1 turn earlier, but we don't get much in effect and stats. Like we don't. Their stats are pretty bad, and their effects are whatever. The last issue is that the discount isn't discount 2, it's discount 1. Because you need to pay 1 for the Zamasu to bottom deck him and get a discount 2, but you don't have energy anymore to pay the full discount 2. So you just pay 1 less and you basically play your cards a turn earlier. However, even with the discount, in stats alone, you don't really get that much of an advantage. This shitty Goku that costs 3 draws you a card like, what's that? He draws you a card and he's a free cost 20k when some 2 costs have 20k and better stats, and most free costs have even bigger stats and better abilities. The 4 cost skill as Goku Black has the same issue, so we're not really getting much. We're not really getting ahead by doing this. Like, the entire discount kind of feels bad. But there is a silver lining, this boss monster. This boss monster makes the entire headache worth it. And this is like the only card that we really want to discount. On play, 6 cost, actually 5, 40k. On play, add up to 1 card with a cost of 4 or less from your drop to your hand, and then when he attacks, if we have 7 or less in hand, we play up to 1 battle card with a cost 4 or less. So we sometimes get what we want from the drop and then we attack and play it. This is a really strong ability. Let's check out our targets. There are some very good targets to choose from when we attack with our boss monster. For example, either one of these Trunkses gets rid of a potential blocker. One of them is a critical attacker. Vegeta is a solid dual attacker. He just attacks twice. Attacking twice for 20k is great. Piccolo gets us an extra card back if we need it. Worst case, we can just play the Goku Black. 4 cost 30k for some extra pressure. The last card that we will be talking about is this My SR, the My Super Rare. This is the best card in the entire deck. You absolutely run 4 copies of it. You need to see it to play the game normally. Why? Because it helps you awaken. And crit leaders, no matter what anyone tells you, they're shit. They're awful. You want to draw. So you need to get to 4. And My says on play, add up to 2 cards from your life to your hand. 2. So you play 2 mice, you awaken. She helps you awaken faster by adding up to 2 lives to your hand for only 1 energy. And you want to awaken as fast as possible so that you can start drawing and that you're not stuck on the god-awful front side. Here is the deck list, link is in the description below. It was built on Deck Planet. Check it out in the description below. Guys, this isn't an optimal list. I'm not a deck builder, not in Fusion World, not yet. But it's a good skeleton to get you started. It's a good blueprint to give you some sort of an idea and for us to go through the first 3 turns so that you can see how to play this deck. Let's check out the mulligan. Here is a mulligan. Yeah, I mean, besides Mai and Pilaf, you can just change Zamasu for something. But I want to keep the Zamasu so that I can show you the discount, basically. But you're definitely digging for Mai. You need Mai 1000% of the time. Multiple copies. If you can get 2 mice, you don't need Pilaf. But if you don't get the other Mai, you need Pilaf to awaken on turn 2. And then let's say we keep Zamasu so that I can show you how to do the discount. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you gameplay for the first 3 turns with this deck. Yes, this is your tutorial for playing the first 3 turns with Goku Black. Now that you know the basics, let's check out the gameplay. As always, we will be using the provided deck list. We're assuming that you went first and that you have kept the shown mulligan. Alright, let's see what this deck can do. Turn 1, the usual setup. This is what the optimal turn 1 looks like. We start with charge 1, pay 1 and play Mai. Take 2 lives and then just pass the turn. Ideally, we will combo away Mai before turn 2. We really want her in the drop on turn 2. Turn 2, it's time to awaken. Alright, we start charge 1, draw 1, pay 1 and play Pilaf. Pilaf gets us an Earthling from the drop. We get Mai back. Then we pay 1 to play Mai. We take up to 2 lives. Let's say we take 2, our opponent didn't attack us. We're now at 4. Now we can awaken. We awaken, draw 1, attack for 20k, draw 1, and then we just combo away Pilaf and Mai. Then we get like plus 15, we're 35 now. Attack resolves, and we pass the turn. Turn 3, cheating in our first Goku Black. We start the turn, charge 1, draw 1, pay 1 to play the shitty Zamasu. Then we use our leader's activate main, we bottom deck the Zamasu to get discount 2, and then we pay 2 energy to play the skillless Goku Black. It's time to attack, we attack with him, attack resolves, then we attack with our leader, we draw a card, attack resolves, and then we just pass the turn. Before we end the video, let's quickly jump into the summary. I'll be blunt, Goku Black is kinda bad. It's really kinda bad. Like, it's the last blue leader that you want to play. The entire discount thing doesn't really do much outside of the boss monster. It really feels bad. The deck has good tools, but they're expensive. It feels more suited for going into long games but it also feels like it's lacking a lot of power. And if you want to go into long games, there are just better decks for that than this one. So if you're a Goku Black fan, give it a go. Otherwise, I wouldn't be expecting much from this deck. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Will you play Goku Black? Please don't. Will you play Goku Black? What do you think of this deck? Do you think that it's underrated? Do you think that it's actually better? Do you think it's maybe worse than I have shown? Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, while you're here, share the video, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 4K subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.